AI is a powerful creative and writing tool, and today I'm going to show you how you can use Expanse AI to write engaging fan fiction. First, let's create a new space by clicking the Add New drop-down and selecting Space. I'll name mine Harry Potter fanfiction, and maybe I'll add a wizard hat emoji as the space icon. Now, let's create our first role by going to the plus icon in the sidebar. I'll call it Fanfiction Writer, and use the magic pen feature to generate the role's details. Now I can assign the role by using the shortcut Command or Control R and selecting it. Now I could just tell it to create fanfiction about anything, and it could do an okay job, but to make it more personalized to my fanfiction about Harry Potter, I'm going to do some extra prompting. Firstly, I'll create another role called Harry Potter Expert. I'll use the magic pen feature to generate the initial prompt, then add some extra instructions I want the AI to follow. So I'll be adding, you understand J.K. Rowling's writing techniques, the Wizarding World's rules, and character relationships. It's important to add this as I want to make sure each of the details in this story directly relate to the tropes and writing style specific in Harry Potter. Now I can go back to my chat and hit Command or Control R and select the Harry Potter Expert role. Let's test our expert by asking some quick questions like, what does Hagrid pull out of his coat to start the fire in the hut on the rock? And it's got it right. It is a pink umbrella. Now that we know it's working, I'll go back to my fanfiction. Next, I want to create a prompt that will write a text summary of the characters I want in my story, because then we can use this as a reference doc so the AI knows about the characters we want to write about. So I'll go to the Add New icon and hit Prompt. Here I'll type, write me a summary for a character. I'll use the magic pen tool so it auto-generates the basic prompt, and I hit save and back to my chat. So, to use this prompt, I just hit the @ symbol and select it. Now, I can add any characters I want involved in my story. I'll add Harry, Luna, and Neville. Since I still have my Harry Potter expert selected, I don't need to specify the characters' last names, as it should already know that I'm talking about Harry Potter characters. Okay, perfect. Now I'll open my Notepad with the shortcut Command or Control P and save these characters' summaries here so I can keep a record of all the characters in my story. Finally, it's almost time to get writing. So I want to use my fan fiction role, but edit it so that it includes the characters I want in the story. I'll copy the character summaries from just before and go to my Roles tab and edit the fanfiction role to include these characters. Because I know I want to write a series on these characters only, I'll paste our character summaries at the end of the role's instructions. But if I wanted to add some more later on, I could just add them here. This means whenever this role is selected, it will always remember each character's traits so it can write more relevant storylines. Okay, back to chat and let's write our first story. I'll make sure our fanfiction writer role is selected and type, write me a story where Ron and Harry get into a fight while Luna and Neville try to break it up with their new spells. I'm going to try this with Claude Sonnet's 3.5 model, as I know it's good for creative writing. I'll keep the temperature rather high to encourage the AI to produce a more creative and imaginative response. So here we go. Pretty good and interesting. But I want to make it a bit longer and with more details. So now I'm going to ask it, add more details about the fight and include a mythical creature. I'm pretty happy with this, so I take this and copy and paste it into my personal doc. Next time, if I want them to continue the chapter, I'll just ask the AI to provide a summary of this chapter before starting a new thread and pasting it there. Splitting the chapter across new threads reduces the load on the AI, so it can keep providing relevant stories faster. If you make a thread too long, the AI tends to run out of memory and starts producing really slow responses. As you can see, it's easy to create and change the prompts and roles. So if you had another set of characters you wanted to include, you could just create another role and keep using it with the same prompts to see what outputs you get. And there you have it. Using Expanse's roles, prompts, and AI, you can create rich fanfiction with any characters you want about any topic you want. I hope this video helped you write or at least brainstorm some ideas for your next fanfiction, and feel free to share your roles, prompts, and stories in the comments below. A link to the thread used in this video will also be featured in the description, and if you have any questions, feel free to get in touch. Happy writing!